still swinging. Next thing I know, she starts to pleasure me while she's on the phone. I'm like, but she's getting off on this. How do I know she's getting off on it? She's got the phone here and a hand between her legs doing her thing. Okay. Understand, I had never seen anything like this before, but I wanted to see where this goes. This is the whole thing about being open to exploration and everything else. This is why the bad boy wins more often, because bad boy will be like, whatever. I had to learn this stuff. So I'm like, she's on the phone with the dude, playing with herself. It's like, okay. Then I'm like, he can't hear this because she wasn't making any slurping sounds or whatever. But I'm like, so I was like, well, if that's what you're going to do. And I figured maybe they get off the phone after a couple of minutes. Maybe she just, no. She had a full conversation with this dude. So I'm like, well, if you're going to go that far, let's see. And I wanted to see how far she was going to take it. Arch that back, face that direction, and I dropped this shit down off in her drawers. I'm like, did you just, while this nigga on the phone? I'm telling you this so you understand something. I said I believed her when I heard her on the phone. If I was that, I think to myself, that dude believed everything she said. And I've been that dude on the other end of the line before because I had long distance relationships. I'm not telling you some shit I have not been. I've been punked. I've been cheated on. I've had this shit happen to me before. So don't be looking at me like I'm some damn villain still swinging. Next thing I know, she's.
All right, so great clip. It actually reveals a lot. It uncovers a lot. We're gonna talk about it though. All right, so based on this experience, okay, he thought back to whenever he had a long distance relationship and how he used to set up on the phone with his girl, and now he's thinking this potentially could be happening to him. Okay, now he remembers other experiences. He's been cheated on. He's been played, right? He's been duped. Cool, got it. Now here's the kicker. Now, when women are explaining, how they feel about certain situations, right? When it comes to committing to a man, talking about how they view men, the value they see in men, and then they explain why. It's because of the men they date, right? And we often say that's an anecdotal experience, right? You can't use your own personal experience and then make that the experience of the majority, okay? There are good men out there, is what we say to women, right? Now, isn't this the same thing that's happening in Kevin Samuels' clip right here? He was around a woman, he was with a woman who had extremely low value, right? She's on the phone with the guy, taking care of herself and doing what she's doing to him, right? Okay, he's looking at that saying, she really gonna do that, right? Now he's feeling for the guy on the other end of the phone because he could potentially be him. But he's not thinking about how the woman sees that he's willing to go through with that, right? So he's willing to get head, right? While she's on the phone with her boyfriend. And he's willing to stand there and go through that. Now here's the kicker. I've never heard this happen on the reverse side. So tell me right now, put it in the comments, dude, has this happened on the reverse side? Ladies, you ever been with a man who's on the phone with his girl while he's with you? You understand? He's with you, but he's on the phone with another girl, right? He's able to maintain a conversation while he also deals with you or you taking care of him, whatever the case may be. Explain if you've had that. Man, if you've ever had that happen, let me know and explain to me, do you value the woman who's willing to do all these things with you while you're on the phone with another woman? I want to know. Because what happens is we tend to draw these conclusions based on the people that we entertain, people that we choose, right? Experiences that we subject ourselves to. We apply that to the rest of the world because what he's saying is it's women will do some slick stuff to you, and that's true. But it's not all women. It's the women that you chose to deal with. It's what you allowed in your life. You witnessed it because you went along with it. You could have simply said, "Nah, I don't get down like that." But I guess you're saying, well, bad boys win because they're up for exploration. They allow these things to happen. But at the same time, you got to say, okay, does exploration mean my value got to lower? Because, I mean, if you say a woman, okay, she's up for exploration. Don't that mean her value lowers because she's letting these guys do whatever they want to her? She's a go with the flow type person. And ultimately, this ends up hurting her value, right? And how men see her. Well, we often want women to know that the way they move affects how we see them, but we're not really accounting for how we move affecting how they see us, right? Now think about this. How many times have women said out of their mouths now, men are trash, men have low value, men don't have standards? Whoa, 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 not all men. Now listen to this, guys. Think about this for a moment. Now, fellas, think about this. Is it not true that the man in the suit, the man in the robe, okay, the judge robe, the preacher robe, the man in the sagging pants, right? The man in the gold chains, whatever man you want to have him as, the blue collar, the Jody, whoever you want to say, is it not men in every single one of those groups that'll pay for sex, right? Right? That'll sleep with anything that they get the chance to sleep with, right? Have low discipline sexually, right? This exists in all these different men, right? So you have to imagine when women subject themselves to all these different types of men, and they find all these different types of men have low discipline, it's easy to believe that men behave this way. Does this make sense? Now, we often say to women, don't dress like a WHORE, right? If you don't want to be treated like one. And we talk about how a woman dresses indicates how she carries herself. But listen, man, honestly, that's not really true for men. Regardless of what they have on, regardless of their profession, it seems that not all of them now, but I'm just saying it's men in every single category, in every title, every tax bracket that have low discipline, right? So what I'm saying is you can't allow your anecdotal experiences to you can't paint the world with your anecdotal experiences, right? You're going to have some good faith, as he used to always talk about, right? Get to know the people's character as you deal with them, and don't sit here and make all these excuses for why you don't want to keep dealing, why you don't want to keep trying, because ultimately that's going to affect you. Men go through this too. They don't want to settle down with anybody because they feel that they're going to be used. They feel that they're going to be cheated on, disrespected. And all this comes from their past experiences. And obviously seeing other men go through it. We got these videos that go viral all the time now. But you also see videos going viral where men are mistreating women. So it's got a lot of people timid. If you want love, you want a real relationship, you're just going to have to work for it. You're just going to have to suck it up and understand that there's risks involved. Keep your eyes open, vet, and move accordingly. By character, man, you're just going to have to. Because everybody has a horrible experience story they can share with you. And most of the time, they're going to take that story and it's going to be hyperbolic to the point to where, hey, listen, man, I'm warning you, this can happen to you. I know this can happen. Listen, I get it. But this is also an anecdotal experience. You cannot apply this to the world. Every woman don't get down like that. And if you find that a woman does get down like that, move around her. But it also shows that men don't respect men either. We often talk about how when a woman cheats on us, it brings down the respect value of our relationship. Other men don't respect you. Fam, other men don't respect you anyway. Listen, Kevin Samuels was the other man. He was the man on the other side of that phone. Well, he was with her, right? While the other man was on the other side of that phone. And he went through with it, knowing that this could have potentially happened to him. He didn't say, nah, I ain't going to put homeboy through that. I probably went through it. Nah, I'm good. I ain't going to be that guy. No, he went through it. And most of your friends will sleep with your girl. I'm just being honest with you. It's not really about, of course you want respect from your peers, but if you're expecting men to respect your relationship or respect you in such a way where they're not going to try to sleep with your girl if she's willing, listen, man, it ain't going to happen. You just got to find somebody who you know is going to be loyal. And it sucks because these are your homeboys and you never truly know this about them until it happens, because many of them will tell you they won't do that. But given the opportunity, a lot of times it happens. So pick the right person, man. And you do this really daily. Get to know this person. If you start seeing red flags and stuff, you just got to separate yourself. All right, so the moral of the story is, at some point we have to take accountability for the paths that we choose to go down, the paths we choose to journey on, right? And what I mean by that is, let's take a woman. Let's say she's very promiscuous. She goes into that lifestyle, probably where she's selling it, whatever the case may be, right? She has low sexual discipline. All right. What she learns real quick is that men in every tax bracket, men in every profession seem to be willing to go there with her, right? So that's going to shape how she views men. Let her tell it it's all men because she's seen the guy with the necktie, the guy with the briefcase, the guy with the sagging pants, the guy with the, you know, that sale, the guy at the Jody. She's seen all these guys show up buying it, right? Cool. They have low value. That exists in all men. We know this. Now, let's just say you take a young man, he goes into a lifestyle of promiscuity, right? Trying to he's chasing tail. That's all he think about. What is he gonna learn? That women cheat. I don't care what profession they in. I don't care what they look like, how they dressed. If he's out here and he's trying and trying and trying, he's always at the back, always at the helm, trying to chase down coochie. That's all he think about. He's gonna have some stories for you. And with that's gonna come distrust. I've heard many men say, I don't trust marriage because as a single man, I slept with a lot of married women. In fact, I don't think I was turned down. I mean, I've heard men say this. So obviously they're not going to value marriage if they seen the married woman sleep with them too. So what does that? Now, obviously, this is hyperbolic, right? They're saying based on my anecdotal experience, I slept with a lot of married women. Therefore, married women cheat, and you can't trust them. Sometimes you got to take accountability for the lifestyle you chose, because you got to understand you kind of manifest or magnetize people to you that's like yourself. So when that woman says, I'm gonna go into a lifestyle of promiscuity, okay, it's a lot of men in different categories and different brackets that's also in that lifestyle of promiscuity. So really you kind of summoning them. You understand? So that's not all men though. That's the men who enter that lifestyle, and they can look like anything. Same thing with men. You out here, you trying to chase women down. Okay, you're gonna attract women who are promiscuous because you step into them saying, this is what I want. The women who down for that, they're gonna deal with it. But you're not summoning all women to you. It's just the women who get down like that. So you got to be careful to not apply what you learned in your journey to the whole world, man. If you want marriage and you want something healthy, you're going to have to, I'm not saying delete your past experiences. Keep them, because they're going to give you, that's add some value. It gives you perspective. You're going to learn how to spot red flags really quickly. And maybe that's a good thing, that you can learn how to spot those red flags because you kind of been there and done that. But don't apply it to the world. Don't make everybody promiscuous because, you know, you once lived that lifestyle. Don't make everybody just be about getting that, or, you know, don't reduce everybody's value because of the path you went down, if you know what I'm saying. It's just important, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna ruin how you see things, and now you're the problem. You're the one in the relationship now, and or won't have a relationship now because you're the one that's broken. You're traumatized by your own past experiences, and you blaming everybody else. I see women do this all the time. They blaming all these men for all the things they went through with all these men. But yo, you was choosing these lifestyles. You literally summoned these men. You got to take accountability for your contribution in it, right? And you see men, this one did me wrong, that one did me dirty, this one did, like, yo, how soon was you making these women your girl? Where'd you meet them? Sometimes you got to take accountability in your own actions and your choices, man. You can't just say, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. You understand? Or you're never going to really be able to manifest the things you truly want in life. You understand? Take accountability for some of your past choices. They ultimately are how you ended up where you were and why you have these experiences. Make better choices based on what you've learned, and watch you create something new. But don't go into the future crying over spilled milk, believing that because of what happened in the past, which was based on your own choices in most cases, is what's inevitable for your future or everybody else's. I see too many of these daggum videos and podcasts that's scaring everybody out of relationships because of what they went through, man. Take accountability, man. Peace.